184 for 5 it is. I thought that last ball was also going to be a 6. That means it would have been 190, which means my prediction of 190 to 200 would have been correct. But as things stand right now, neither of us are correct. I had said between 190 to 200 India will get. Rahul here had said 174 or 76?
176.
176.
So in last 6 overs, Suryakumar Yadav and Venkatesh Iyer scored 91 runs.
Yeah, they were 98.
Because
at the
Rohit
end of 15. End of 15, 98.
No, I'm saying this partnership. So Rohit got out in the 14th over. In fact, the penultimate delivery of the 14th over, and India at that stage were 94 or 93 for 4.
Yeah.
93 for 4, and Suryakumar Yadav and
No, but tell us how they say in Bengal.
Suryakumar Yadav, and in fact we could hear, the crowd
saying this.
Yes, they were screaming Suryakumar Yadav. Suryakumar Yadav, of course, is his name, but if you go to Bengal or in Kolkata, you will see the name. In fact, the pronunciation changes to Suryakumar Yadav, or rather Suryakumar Yadav.
Outstanding. You work with a lot of Bengalis in print editions. That's why.
Print you will
That's why
find
you got the accent absolutely bang on. But I have to say, what a batsman. What a batsman, Suryakumar Yadav. I don't know about you, but for me, he's an automatic choice. And I'm not going by just one. Please go back and see all the videos. From the time he got that one-day match also in South Africa. From that, you could see, this man, his confidence, his stroke making is something else. For every ball, he has 5 shots.
Exactly, and the way he moves around in the crease, it speaks volumes about his confidence, and also can dampen the spirits of the bowler also. The bowlers were actually struggling with their lines while bowling to Suryakumar Yadav.
Tell me one thing. Fabian Allen, I just want to know what was the captain, the West Indian captain was thinking, Mr. Kieron Pollard. Fabian Allen bowls 1 over, gives away just 5 runs. You don't bowl him any more than that 1 over. You keep going to Romario Shepherd and he gets hammered. But you have to give him that. I understand that, it's towards the end, you want to give a fast bowler, but he should have been slightly better. Even Dominic Drakes going for so many runs. What was Kieron
And also
Pollard?
He's a left-arm fast bowler, Dominic Drakes. And, at least he could have offered some variety. In fact, towards the end, we saw their right-arm fast bowlers were bowling from around the wicket to the Indian batsmen, both of them, Suryakumar Yadav and Venkatesh Iyer. You had a left-arm fast bowler who got you a wicket in his first over, that too of Rohit Sharma. And Pollard, I think, somehow he thinks a lot about the IPL.
He was busy clapping for Suryakumar Yadav 6. I understand they are IPL teammates. I understand. But everyone was clapping. I mean, even if you're an opponent, it's not that you cannot clap. But I hope he should have concentrated more on his bowling changes rather than that. But I think the other big positive is Venkatesh Iyer.
Absolutely. Game after game
who
after
deserves
game.
credit for that? Rahul Dravid or Rohit Sharma?
Venkatesh Iyer.
No, they also.
No, see, today I'll give it to Rohit Sharma. He has also not batted in that position for a very long time. And for any batsman who's played all his life, or rather majority of his batting career, in fact, he's played right at the top. He's opened the innings. I thought that it would be very difficult for Rohit to come in and bat in the middle order. The pitch might just slow down. And actually, for him, ball not coming onto the bat was a difficulty that he faced, and of course he got out. But he gave opportunity to the youngsters. He gave, maybe for the larger good, he sacrificed his own position. That is, I think I'll give it to Rohit Sharma. Of course,
I'll ask you questions on that. I'm just taking one comment of Ayan Sharma. He's saying, Nikhil sir, if Sky would have come out to bat earlier, then your prediction would have been right of 190.
No,
but I'll tell you what, forget even if it didn't come earlier. That last shot, if you had connected slightly better, it wouldn't have been a catch. It would have been a 6. So
but if it would have come in a little earlier, then
I was just going to come to that. 86 runs of the last 5 overs.
Last 5 overs. And last 6 overs, the moment Rohit got out. In fact, this partnership, I think 91 runs is what...
Now tell me about Rohit. Now see, we were talking about Virat Kohli's strike rate. Is it also showing that, see, strike rate in the middle is not easy? If you
Right.
open,
Okay, so you are saying that you can score runs either while opening in the power play or in the death.
yeah, no, I'm saying why? Because in the middle, you'll have to be slightly careful. I think the role is such. In the power play, go all out because you've been given a free hand to do it. Then, if you come in number 3, number 4, you have to be careful. And then towards the end, when there's no option, then you attack. So someone will have to play the role. Whether it's Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma, they'll have to play that role.
You might be right. In fact, the way Virat Kohli, in fact, we've discussed this in the past also
Yeah.
a lot many times. After the power play, his strike rate drops. But also, Virat Kohli has that ability to rotate strike. Remember the T20 World Cup, you have to play in Australia. Rotating strike will be very, very, very important. Why? Because you have bigger grounds there. So you can't just go after the bowlers every time again and again and again, because invariably, one ball, you never know. You might just get out,
Yeah.
caught at the boundary. So you need to have that ability to rotate strikes, because those big grounds you can't just go for six all the time.
Survo, who's joining us from New York, it's good morning there. He says, what?
Suvro.
No, Survo Ghosh.
Shuvro, it has to be
Suvro,
SUV.
okay.
Shuvro.
Shuvro, you
Just like
get your-
Suryakumar Jadov. Similar.
Survo Ghosh is saying good morning from New York. Good morning to
Oi,
you
oi,
as
oi.
well. He's up early watching the game and he enjoyed the innings of Venkatesh Iyer and Suryakumar Yadav. Suryakumar Yadav, I said it earlier also, I'm a huge fan. I just love his attitude from the word go. Like, no matter how good a batsman you are, I find most of them they take 4-5 balls to just get their eye in. This man looks like as if he's done net session in the dressing room only.
Right.
He comes all ready from the first ball attacks, and the amount of options he has for every shot is incredible.
And Mohan is saying Suryakumar Yadav is a star. I think you are absolutely right. Suryakumar Yadav is a star.
works also like a star.
He was a star also. See,
Yeah.
what he's done is he has played these kind of innings in the IPL also, in the
Yes.
middle order. So we already knew what he is capable of. It was just that we wanted, or the Indian selection management or the team management wanted to push him into the 11, push him into the Indian team, and wanted him to replicate the same sort of performance for India also. So we knew what he's capable of. I think the revelation is Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah.
To be very honest, I always had my doubts, because Venkatesh Iyer had whatever little we had seen of Venkatesh Iyer was right at the top for Kolkata Knight Riders in that 9-game stint or leg
Yeah.
in the UAE. So here, game after game, the kind of confidence that he's getting and the confidence with which he's batting also, and these runs are only going to add to that confidence. So he is a big positive. I think the biggest positive from this series, if you want to take out, I think for me would be Venkatesh Iyer, and to a great extent Ravi Bishnoi as well.
Not easy for someone.
And
who's
Bhuvi
been in-
also.
Yeah.
But Bhuvi, we know what he can do. It was just that when he's back in the rhythm, Bhuvneshwar Kumar is a different bowler altogether.
No, so not easy for someone who's been an opener, who does really well to come there, and also didn't have a great start in South Africa, and then only gets on and off sort of chances. He did that in terms of Venkatesh Iyer. The other interesting bit for Venkatesh Iyer is that you were always looking for that backup. If there's no Hardik, who then? And there was only one player you look at. I'm happy that there is some sort of pressure there also with someone like Venkatesh Iyer coming in.
Prajapat Satish is saying, "क्या यार ईशान किशन को defend करो." I think we've not even mentioned Ishan Kishan even once as of now.
Rahul Chaturvedi but is asking about Ishan Kishan. I think the chances that he's not made full use of them. Neither in terms of intent or score till now. But I'm not saying discard him. Again, I think you should give everyone a turn. But till now, he's got a few chances. Hasn't made best use of them like a Venkatesh Iyer has.
Exactly, and he got 230s in this series. Now that of course he's not going to get a chance to bat again in this series. But if he's scoring those 30s, he needs to convert them. I understand. Okay, there was an issue with the strike rate. It took time to get settled down. But then there has to be a point where he can just change the gear and make that 30 into a 60. and but there is one aspect of the game that Ishan Kishan has to work on, and that is rotating the strikes.
And playing the slow bowlers well. Quickly, I'm going to take 3 comments, lots of them with us. V. Mohan is saying, Venki pull on fire. Absolutely. I don't want to compare, but it had shades of Yuvraj Singh for me at least. You know, that moment, that pull that he hit. Also because he's tall, lefty, maybe because of that. Okay, Tarak Kumar says, is it necessary to change the batting position for both top order and middle order batters? And Pradeep is kind of answering that, where he's saying, great to see Rohit put youngsters before himself.
Yes.
Exactly. So I think both of you here, Tarak and Pradeep, have made our job easier.
Just that the answer came before the question.
Yes. But so just to reiterate what Pradeep was also saying, that I understand you're saying, you know, have Rohit there only. But see, he's mentioned the word experimentation. They want to try a few things, and it's best to give youngsters the position that they're comfortable at. Eventually, we all know Rohit is going to open.
Exactly.
At least you get an idea who's the guy in form, who's the go-to guy, who will be the third option. So that's fine. Rohit is going to open. Virat will come down at number 3. So all will be sorted. I think it's a good thing and not a bad thing at all. Shabi Khan says, you guys had written off Venki almost. No, Shabi, I think you're confusing us with somebody else. Please go back onto the videos that we had done about Venkatesh Iyer. I kept repeating, even after that South Africa series, that it's too early to take that call. But give him a few more chances.
But I will still, to an extent, I'll say, I don't know if I've said this on record or not, but I have admitted that I had my doubts, because whatever little we had seen of Venkatesh Iyer was while he was opening. So middle order, I had my doubts, but I think you need to persist with him.
What about Ruturaj Parth? Only one chance, yeah. Again, no comments on him. He's a fantastic player. He looks so nice. I'm a big fan of his. We saw it with Chennai. One game he's got. So
I know the match is still not over. I know your man of the series would be Nicholas Pooran, but
is he your man of the series?
No, but I think if you had to give it to
why not Venkatesh Iyer?
I'm just asking you.
Venkatesh Iyer is a contender. I hope he picks up a few wickets. He's been not out a few times.
Bishnoi, if he picks up a few
Bishnoi
wickets,
also will be.
I think they are the only 2 people in contention as of
from
now.
India. Yeah. No, Rohit had a good match. If he has, but yeah, his batting is done. So yeah, I agree. These 2, most likely.
But Venkatesh Iyer.
Yeah.
And Bishnoi.
Yeah, 2 guys. But what do you think of the match before we wind up? Will they chase it? They came close last time, similar target.
So they're
187 it was that time, now 185.
So they are reducing the margin of their losses.
2 runs, and they lost by 5 runs. So last match, was it?
It depends whether they want to win or not.
Digvijay, thank you so much for joining us from Frankfurt.
Love from Frankfurt. Oh, nice.
Everywhere. New York, I saw Russia, I saw Frankfurt. Of course, folks from India, all around the country in India. So. Yeah, quickly, prediction.
No, I'm saying, what has happened? Referral?
Yeah.
DRS?
Arey, aapne kya prediction?
Given out LBW, but
Yeah, India. What prediction? West Indies. Nicholas Pooran will ensure.
You are ensuring that you're just, what do you call it? Dismissing them.
No, I know before this chat, Nikhil was saying, in fact, Siddhant or somebody was saying
Siddhant was saying
that
West
West
Indies
will win.
I don't agree with Siddhant, sorry.
Yeah, I think India should win. I think India should win, but it will also be test. I'll give it to Rohit Sharma and the team management, or even the head coach Rahul Dravid, that they are putting themselves to a great test. They changed the batting order, made things difficult for themselves. Of course, now they have 186 runs on the board. This is the best score that has been made in this entire season.
Last match they were higher, na? They were 187.
decision overturned.
Okay, so
last match was higher.
And now they've reduced one spinner also.
Yes.
They haven't. They could have played Kuldeep Yadav, but they chose not to.
Okay, Kapil has a question. Let's take that before we wind up. He says, this new approach, you think is working? That old approach, be careful earlier and then smash. And he's talking with regards to Suryakumar Yadav and Venkatesh Iyer. But I don't know. I don't think they were careful. I think they attacked right from the start. Suryakumar Yadav also. So I don't think so.
And in conditions.
Sky also man of the
Yes.
series option. You were
Yes.
giving options.
Sky. How much did he score in the earlier 2 games?
He scored well in the
Last game he
yes.
didn't. Last game he didn't score.
No, the game
Too
before
many.
that.
Game before, all right.
We'll have to see.
So I'm saying, and conditions.
Huh?
He was 34 not out.
34 not out.
in the first game. Right. So conditions here would be very different from what you will encounter in Australia. In Australia, ball might just come onto the bat better compared to in Indian conditions. So the approach that people are talking about, that can change. You know, Rohit Sharma always loves to bat up the order, new ball, hard ball, and in Australian conditions, ball might just come onto the bat nicely. All right. So Deepak Chahar has, but umpire is unmoved.
They've taken a review.
He's Rohit Sharma. Did you see Rohit Sharma?
Yes, I saw.
He
The way
was
asked for the
so
review.
confident, and but
the way
the
he asked for the review.
I think batsman is shaking his head. I think he thinks that he's not out, or he's walking back already. Anyways, I think India may have already picked up a wicket, although umpire has given it not out. But Rohit Sharma has gone upstairs for a referral.
Satvik is saying third 3-0 after Rohit Sharma has taken over. Is that correct?
Rohit Sharma hasn't lost a series, right? No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. He's already got like one of the best records in T20 cricket, right? Almost equal Virat, I was just saying.
I think 21 wins out of 25.
Looks
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Ravi Kiran is asking, do you see Ishan playing in the next series? I would want him to. I think too early again. We're going to take a call.
And
He
you
should.
don't have an option. You know, going by what the chief selector said, that Sanju Samson is the backup option. So I think Ishan Kishan will definitely play as your first choice wicket keeper batsman, because KL Rahul is also not there.
Yeah. We've got
Kyle Mayers.
360. Ayan is talking about Mr. 360 degree. Shabi says, I think Venki is a good bowler. Yes, he
Now
is.
your could be.
He
man of
lost
the
against
series.
New Zealand in New Zealand, Sahil is saying.
Oh yes, Virat.
Aman is watching us from Indore. Lovely city. Okay, yes, one wicket has come. So Ayushman is telling you 107 runs by Sky so far. It's not just the total number of runs. I think it's the impact that he's got, which is very, very essential.
All right, I think we can now.
Yeah.
Although
Thank
a
you
lot
for
of people
joining
are
us.
still there,
No, we'll see them
but
end of the game.
yes, with a clean sweep.
Bye.